Sean Payton just addressed Courtland Sutton's holdout, and he revealed when he expects Sutton to return to the team. Sutton has been away from the team this offseason as he seeks some new money on his deal. Right now, he is set to make $13.5 million on his deal in 2024, but he has only $2 million worth of guaranteed money left on that deal, which is all in this season. In 2025, Sutton has no guaranteed money on his deal. He is looking to get that money raised up from about $13 million to somewhere around $15-16 million, according to an ESPN report. So that means that Sutton is going to remain away from the team until he gets those demands met, or until the team starts fining him, and the team can start doing that at mandatory minicamp come June 11th. And Payton revealed whether he expects Courtland Sutton to be at mandatory minicamp in this clip right here.
Yeah, I think he'll be here for minicamp. I mean, it's mandatory, and when I've been asked about Courtland, I'm going to say this, man, I just know his work ethic. I know the player, and you know, there's a list of things that race through your mind this time in the offseason as a head coach. And respectfully, when I say this to him, because he and I have talked, I think that'll work itself out. So.
Okay, so he says that he believes that that'll work itself out, and the end of that clip was just basically talking about how it's a process and that it's going to take time for this to work out. But Payton seems at least somewhat confident that Courtland Sutton is going to be there. He didn't exactly fully commit to it, but the deal with Courtland Sutton right now is that he is currently in a unique situation because his peers at the wide receiver position in CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk did not show up for mandatory minicamp today, and they can get fined for not showing up. The difference, though, is that both of those players are looking for multi-year extensions worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and I would not say that Courtland Sutton is even close to the level of player that both CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk are. So, with Sutton, he can choose not to show up and then get fined. With CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Ayuk, for example, they would basically get those fines excused and forgiven once they got their financial demands met and they signed their contract extensions. I don't know if that's going to be as simple with Courtland Sutton because the Broncos have pretty much made it adamant that they're not going to give Courtland Sutton a long-term extension. That would just be bad business. Sutton is probably looking down the avenue of getting some short-term guaranteed money in 2024, getting that final year of his deal shaved off, and being a free agent at the end of this year. That is probably the most realistic outcome to getting Courtland Sutton back in the building, and I want him back in the building sooner rather than later so he can start developing that chemistry and that camaraderie with Bo Nix and just being able to develop all of the stuff that goes into, the pre-snap process, learning Bo Nix's cadence, learning how he wants routes run, little stuff like that. Because if we want Bo Nix to go into the season with the most success, then Courtland Sutton needs to be on the same page with him. And right now, they're not building that chemistry and they're not building that camaraderie. And that is very concerning and frustrating to me. Hopefully, Sutton will be back for mandatory minicamp and this doesn't spill into mandatory minicamp. Then things might get a little bit more ugly. Alright, Broncos country, be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are both free and easy ways to show your support. We are trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of June. We got 3,500 by the end of May, so I think that we can get 4,000 by the end of June, and I'm hoping that we can be over 5,000 by the end of training camp through August. Alright, guys, and until next time, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.